I wanted to ask you, did you hear about Brickgate?
Brickgate? No.
The woman, the young black woman that got quote unquote hit with a brick?
Oh yeah, I did hear about that situation.
So if you guys don't know with that situation, if you don't know about that, some woman who's a TikToker, I guess, went viral for putting out a video saying that allegedly she was attacked with a brick and that a bunch of black men stood there and watched and did nothing. And then she uploaded another video where she's like in the hospital allegedly, and her face looks crazy. It looks like it's swollen, like really, really bad. And she went viral. Of course, I think she gained a whole huge following. One dude put out a video saying that he was there and that she was lying. We found out that guy was lying, actually. He was just clout chasing. He was not there at all. He didn't even live in the state. I think even her ex-boyfriend might have come out and tried to say something, but he wasn't there. And then some guys who were actually there put out a video at the site of the event saying that they weren't there when she, quote unquote, got hit with a brick. Nobody was there. She just ran up and started screaming, "Y'all stood here and let me get hit. Y'all didn't do nothing." And then they tried to call the police, and then she ran away. Some people are even claiming that she didn't get hit with the brick and that she made it up just so she could go viral.
Yo, I heard one person had said that she was acting crazy all night long, and he was expecting them to just go offend for her. And he said he looked at the situation like, I'm not going to fight nobody, like, or anything like that, because he not about to fight no battles of her. She know what she doing. You seen the one video when she had did with the guy. She hit him and then went and started twerking. Now he said after that,
yeah, he's referring to the video, guys. I want to tell people what you were speaking on. He's referring to a video where apparently this woman was going around on TikTok and just slapping men. She does that on a regular basis. Apparently it's supposed to be reparations. My bad. Continue.
Yeah, so after all of that, they said that somebody came, got her, and hit her with but at the same time, she was basically going back to people to want them to go find those guys and go after them. But instead of doing all that, they looked at the situation like, let's just call the police instead of just, looking for any random people and going after them.
Right.
But like you said, it might be, Dang.
She sounds straight crazy.
Just so that she could blow up.
Right. Because being a victim gets you coin right now. Being a straight victim gets you paid out here in these streets. I was attacked. They about to build a following now, and they could just keep preaching victimhood and woke feminist bull crap. Someone told me something recently about feminism, and I would love to research it some more. But apparently, they showed me the documents too, that in the first feminist pep rally, they said that they wanted to disrupt the household and destroy masculinity by using being hoes and all types of crazy. The shit was wild, bro. So I was like, is there audio of this? And he was like, nah, there's only pretty much what was told by a lot of people that went to that first meeting ended up becoming like the most famous people within the feminist movement. And their statements with like in their books and things that they wrote of what was said was like, we're going to use promiscuity in order to corrupt and destroy the household so men can't be leaders and the patriarchy and all this other bull crap. So I was like, that is nasty. I would like to do a video on
horrible, man.
But just knowing that and then seeing these woke feminists going out and saying a bunch of disgusting things, right? That's just foul. That's just foul. They plotting and trying to make men look a certain way.
Yeah,
even if everything she said was legitimate, right? Even if everything she said was legitimate, I don't think these men were, I guess, is mandatory that they had to jump in and try to save her.
Yeah, they didn't. That's not their duty. That's what a lot of them don't understand. But then other people look at it like, oh, if I was there, I would have been the first one.
Nigga, it's something, it would take an extreme case for me to have to intervene, right? Especially with me losing friends. I've lost friends that jumped into an altercation and ended up not being here with us anymore, right? because they wanted to be snap something. It was all good, but I've learned a lot of lessons from that. So it would take an extreme case for me to risk my life, right? Like I was talking about that with my older brother. There's like this crazy thing going on in the city where apparently the nasty mayor, but I can hear feedback. Something's going on with your headphones, bro. The nasty mayor is doing something where he's like letting criminals go and bringing immigrants and all types of stuff, and it's having an effect on crime to where it's getting so bad. A lot of like older women are getting attacked, right? And it's not even just the city; it's like everywhere. You're seeing a lot of crime, and stores get robbed and all types of things, and people expected to do nothing. It's pretty nasty out here in these streets. And it's really woke culture that's causing that. All right. It's pretty nasty. But me and my brother was talking about that. And that's like a weird thing to where, getting back to why I even brought it up in the first place. If I were to see a crime happening in front of me, like a woman being attacked, it would have to be an extreme case. I would have to have seen the entire thing from the beginning. And it would have to have been something crazy. Like one of these videos that my brother showed me where like this woman, she was on a train like at 7 a.m. or maybe 6 a.m, early in the morning. Some dude tried to get her number. She said no. So he mollywopped her. Like that's the best way I could say that without getting like taken down or something. It was brutal. It was a bad. I couldn't even show it on YouTube. I could probably show it on Twitch. I could not show that mollywhopping on YouTube, and it was bad. And then the man tried to intervene, and then he chased the man off and then went back to mollywhopping this woman. And what disturbed me is the fact that this motherfucker been doing this his whole life. When he was a teenager, he beat he mollywopped his grandmother to where she wasn't alive.
Wow.
And then once he got out from there in his 20s, he didn't mollywop, but he poked his sister.
Oh.
He hit her with the poor Piz treatment. I don't know if anyone gets that reference. The benzene, no. 50 Cent job, nah. You don't get that. He Michael Myers his sister. And then after that, while being in like an insane asylum, he attacked the woman workers there.
Jeez.
My main question is, why the fuck was this man free? Why was he in the streets?
Insanity. He probably claimed insanity.
Man, fuck that. He ain't crazy enough. If he was crazy, he would have tried that on a man.
Yeah, but they go for women. I don't know. That's wild.
He ain't crazy. He a pussy. He a loser. The nigga is. Some people are just broken. I'm not even gonna say he crazy. He broken.
Yeah,
that nigga is broken to a point to where. And then we just went through a wormhole of just seeing incidents like that happen everywhere, right? And certain people not help, and then certain people help. And then maybe bad things happen to them. Some cases where the woman actually, when you look at the full footage, the woman was the one that attacked the man. I seen this one joint where a clip, it looked bad for the man. And then we went and looked at the full footage and seen that this woman hit this man 30 times unanswered, back to back. And nobody did nothing. But when the man defended himself, everybody jumped in.
Dang, yeah. I remember a situation with my homie. Yeah, he went to go to defend some girl that was fighting around with her boyfriend or whatever. And he went over there, and then they both just started hitting on him. I was like, yo, what the heck? Like, don't get off of him. Don't do that. I'm like, see? Nobody told you to go in nobody's problem, nobody's situation. Because it's like something happened to you more than what happened to the person. You thinking like, oh, I'm about to defend this person, whatever.
Right. That's 100%.
Most of the time I ain't jumping in nothing unless I'm at work.
It depends, bro. Like it has to be like with me in my life, early in my life, I would 100%. I was just like my friend that ended up getting poked up. I was just like him. I was jumping into shit, breaking shit up. always stepping up to fight, like always.
Yeah.
And then I learned, like after that shit changed the way I view shit. Because I was like, nigga, there's so many times when I could have been done. There's been times I got into stuff, stepped in, and someone pulled out that pew pew and let off on me. Right? Like I'm running down the street, zigzag, dodging metal for what? Because I wanted to be Superman. Right. So now I look at things way differently to where it would have to be an extreme case. It would have to be someone I know, or the person would be so helpless to it. And it's like an easy fix. Right. Like if it's something like I seen an incident, and I could keep naming a bunch of these, where this dude, he gets into an altercation with an old woman that's like 70, and he takes her cane and starts, mollywopping her with it.
Lordy.
In front of everyone on a train station. And then once the cane breaks, he takes off his belt and starts mollywopping her with the belt.
Oh, yeah, he's broken too.
The police come and somehow see this woman on the floor, bruised, and allow both of them to go home until they can look at the footage and further investigate it. They arrested him days later. How the fuck was he allowed to go home?
That's wild.
In situations like that, to me, that's ATM easy all day.
Yeah.
I'm cashing that check. That's one click, metaphorically in a video game. Nigga, I let off one of these Hadoukens. That'd been easy fix. Sorry, ma'am. How you doing? Are you okay? Don't worry. Let me help you off the floor. Don't worry about him. He'll wake up soon enough. Like that's something so easy to me in a video game.
Right, yeah.
That was like, I don't see how a bunch of people could sit there like that's someone who's totally helpless. If you saw a kid being abused, would you do nothing?
No, I'll probably hop in it.
Like I watched, and we could probably watch it on Twitch. But I used to watch a show called What Would You Do? I used to love that show where they would put people in situations and have a camera there to see what you would do. Right. So say like they'll do some shit where say you at your job and then a Mexican dude starts running. He's running past you, and then a group of white dudes running just starts beating him up. Hey, come over here. And they're saying a bunch of like racist things. But what you don't know is the camera is really focusing on you to see what you would do. And that these people are actors.
Wow.
Everyone's an actor. And they just want to see who would help. Who's going to say something. Like some of the craziest shit. I seen one where they at a bar and some dude walks up and slips something in a girl's drink. And they want to see who's going to say something. And only like 2 people said something. They did this experiment mad times. Did it right in front of you to make sure you see the dude doing it. And then see who say something. And only a few people say something. And that was all these
like
experiments.
A public experiment.
Yeah. I used to love that shit. They did one with the kid from, he ended up getting famous after. Now he was on Stranger Things. The black kid from Stranger Things. When he was a little kid, like little kid. He was on one episode where they had him in a diner and he's acting like he's like a foster kid. And he's like, hey, can I get a cheeseburger too? His mom's like, nah, you don't get cheeseburgers. It's only for my real kids. And she's like giving her kid like a bunch of milkshakes and all type of shit. And he's just there starving. And they want to see who's going to say something. I would have lost my fucking mind.
That's something. Come here, I got you.
Nigga, not only am I buying that kid something to eat, I'm letting that mother hear what I have to say. I might report her on the spot while the kid is waiting for the agency to come pick him up. We going to get some food. I'll buy you something. Sit down and relax, little man. Don't worry about it. But you ain't going to go back home with this crazy woman. She not feeding you? I grew up in a group home. I would lose my fucking mind if I saw that in front of my face. That's something I can't tolerate.
Easy fix, though, like you said.
Right. But then when in that situation, only a few people got up and said something.
Yeah.
Other people just sat there and just watched. That's crazy. I can't watch a child starve right in front of that. That's too much. But they did a bunch of shit like that. And I thought it was the most amazing show. I just wish they could have kept going right with that because it shows you certain things in certain circumstances. Right?
Yeah,
with this brick giant.
In a moment.
Exactly. With the brick gate thing and this woman. And to be honest, like me seeing the footage of her running around just slapping men was enough for me. That was enough for me. Talking about something. This is reparations.
Yeah.
I said that incorrectly. I said it wrong. She wasn't just slapping men. She was slapping white men. and saying it was for reparations. That's very important. That's an important detail.
That's a very important. Because she wasn't just doing any random. The people she wanted the black guys to come fend for her.
Exactly.
But the whole time, it could have been a cat, like you said.
Exactly.
It came out, a lot of people said they weren't there, but she made it seem like, these guys ain't do nothing. They were all there.
Mm-hmm. Just so she could seem like a victim. That's all that was.
It's going to pay off for her.
It's crazy. You said, so about 6 years ago, my next door neighbor was out front mollywopping his girl. Kratos didn't want to intervene, so we called the police. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Continue to watch. You said to continue to watch. I told him if he wasn't going out, I was, because dude was about to legit, damn. And he went out, of course, because if you say that you're gonna go out now, he got to come out and protect you. So he was going out to protect his family, right? Because now you about to go out, right? I might have had to lock that door, pimp. I don't know. It depends. I got to know more. I got to know more about the situation, because like I'm not risking me or my family to be out there. Because I've seen situations where you'll go out and say something and try to help the woman, and she'll start attacking you.
That's what I said. Yeah, that happened with my homie.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get nobody's stuff no more.
Exactly. Because it could turn bad sometimes. And legit, the next day, Kratos went out and bought there's much more to that story, but that dude just broke in. He's a year, 5.5, and 15-year sentence. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Seemed like he got what he deserved. Word. That seemed like that nasty bastard got what he deserved. And maybe he needs more jail time than what he actually got, because that's just filthy. But yeah, there's some people that are just broken, bro. Some people are just disgusting.
Most of the time they know they can take out their anger on females.
Right. Or just people that's weaker.
Or weaker, yeah.
Because it could be females, kid, just someone that's weak. Someone who has like a bully mentality, right? From like when it was a child, or maybe they was bullied, so they just carry it on, and now they're just wilding out to when they're stronger and they got to pick on weaker. They do that shit throughout their whole life, even in the fucking like workforce, right? And your job, there'll be somebody that's trying to abuse their power or something and try to violate you, right? Yeah. And it ain't just even for women, men too. Like for me, I've been at jobs to where they did me dirty, and I'm a man, and those supervisors were women, and they did me grimy shit that I thought I would have had a lawsuit for, but because I'm a man, no one believed me.
That's why we can't cry about a lot of stuff. We just gotta keep our heads up and keep going, because if we sit there and cry over the things that most people can, like females or even weaker guys, we gonna be looked at as like, dang, what else you won't be able to take in life then? Because you're a man, you can go through a lot of trials and tribulations. You
on it, yes.
So that's why 100%. Sometimes they say like the therapy sometimes is the best for some people.
Do you think